Hello class! Welcome! Ngayong araw may bago na naman tayong pag-aaralan. Yun ay ang dimension of human sexuality. Ano-ano nga ba ang dimension of human sexuality? Bago natin alamin yan, tingnan muna natin kung ano ang ating objective para sa araw na to. Letter A, explain the dimensions of human sexuality. Letter B, importance of understanding the dimension of human sexuality. And before we proceed with our discussion, alamin muna natin yung prior knowledge nyo about our topic for today. So for our activity, you are going to arrange the scrambled letters to form a correct word. For number 1, yes, the correct answer is physical. Number 2, correct. The answer is emotional. Number 3, very good. The answer is mental. For number 4, good. That is social. And for our last number, very good. That's ethical. So the words that we have formed are physical, emotional, ethical, social, and mental. And for our next activity, here's the direction. Based on the words that you have formed from the pretest, write the word that is being described in each statement. And for number 1, the way you think as a man or a woman. Paano ka mag-isip bilang babae or isang lalaki? Very good. The answer is mental health. For our second statement, pertains to the look as a man or a woman, or how you look as a man or a woman. Very good. That's physical health. And for our third statement, the way of interacting with others. Kung paano kayo makisalamuha sa ibang tao. Very good. That's social health. For our fourth statement, the way of valuing relationships. Paano nyo pahalagaan ang isang relasyon? Tama. It's ethical self. And for our last statement, the way you feel about yourself and others. Very good. It's emotional self. That we're done with our activity, let's now proceed with our discussion, which is about the dimensions of human sexuality. According to this, life is a continuous process, and part of it is the changes that occur to everyone as we age. We change and grow for various reasons like belief, norms, and culture. But most of it happens because of curiosity. Curiosity about the different changes that happens to ourselves, like in our personality and sexual health. The question is, have you ever encountered these terms? Narinig na ba natin itong mga salitang to, or narinig mo na ba itong mga salitang to mula sa ibang tao? Next is, how much do you know about yourself? Gaano nyo nga ba kakilala ang inyong mga sarili? Para makilala pa natin ang ating mga sarili, let's proceed with our next activity. Title of that activity is, Who am I? Sino nga ba ako? In this activity, you will discover who you are from the past to the present. Instructions, prepare and print 2 different pictures of yourself. One from grade school and the other is in the present. Like this. Picture nyo ng bata kayo at picture nyo ngayong high school na kayo. Below or beside the printed pictures, make a comparison of yourself from the past and present. Gagawin natin comparison, i-describe natin ang ating mga sarili according to your physical self, mental self, social self, emotional self, and your ethical self. Use this table as your guide. So, gamitin po natin tong table na to bilang ating guide sa paggawa ng activity to. Okay, this is a follow-up activity from our activity number 2. This is what are you going to do? Write the answer based on your self-discovery after the activity earlier. Write benefit of unlocking your true self from the past to the present. Write benefit of investing good things to yourself. Do this in your notebook. At para mas makilala niyo pa ang inyong mga sarili, this is an activity for you. The title of this is I Am What I Am. You're going to read a short story and make a reflection towards it. The title of this is How Rich Are We? One day, a father in his rich family took his son on a trip to the country with the firm purpose to show him how poor people can be. They spent a day and a night on the farm of a very poor family. And then, when they got back from their trip, the father asked his son, "How was the trip?" "Very good, Dad." "Did you see how poor people can be?" the father asked. "Yes, Dad." "And what did you learn?" asked the father. The son answered, "I saw that we have a dog at home and they have 4. We have a pool that reaches the middle of the garden and they have a creek that has no end. We have imported lambs in the garden, they have the stars." When the little boy was finished, his father was speechless. His son added, "Thanks, Dad, for showing me how poor we are." Isn't it true that it all depends on the way you look at things? If you have love, friends, family, health, good humor, and a positive attitude towards life, and then you've got everything. You can't buy any of these things. At para sa ating output para sa activity to, you're going to make a self-assessment on the short story based on how you see yourself on dimensions of human sexuality. I hope na mas nakilala nyo ang inyong mga sarili. Lagi nating tatandaan that sexuality involves physical, mental, social, emotional, and ethical dimensions of one's personality. Let's recall when we say physical self, that is the way you look as a man or a woman. When we say mental self, that's the way you think as a man or a woman. And when we say emotional self, that is the way you feel about yourself and others. When we say social self, that is the way you interact with others. And lastly, ethical self, the way you feel about yourself and others. And to check your understanding about our lesson for today, here's the direction. Identify the following statements into what dimensions of human sexuality being pertained. Write the answer in your notebook. Number 1, think and reason better. 2, going out with family and friends. 3, the male voice becomes deeper. 4, feeling positive and happy. 5, saying po and opo. Number 6, capable of thinking critically. 7, a rapid increase in height and weight. 8, learn that house rules imposed by parents must be respected. And for number 9, easily offended and sensitive to criticism. Number 10, idolize peers and media role personalities as sources for standards of behavior, dress, and style. Kindly check your paper. Always remember that honesty is the best policy. And for our evaluation, choose the letter of the correct answer that best describes the dimension of human sexuality. 1, social self. Correct. The answer is letter A. Number 2, ethical self. Yes, that's letter C. Number 3, physical self. Very good, that's letter A. Number 4, mental self. Correct, that's letter C. Number 5, emotional self. Very good, that's letter A. Thank you for watching. I hope that you learned something from this lesson. Goodbye, everyone.